Look at that. That's a nice pour. Hey, welcome back. This is episode 2 of our Clanfolk and Samuel Smith Taddy Porter Let's Play. We're going to keep on with the Taddy Porter like in episode 1 because, quite frankly, that's about all I have in the house right now. And we're going to start back up on Clanfolk, the Scottish medieval clan Rimworld colony sim. We left off at the end of day 1, start of day 2, so we're gonna jump right back in. And here we go. Hopefully the volume's better in this video than it was in the last video. I think it will be. I hope it will be. And yeah, so we're at Summer 2 Sunrise. And we got our clan folk, our pawns, as it were. We've got them doing some tasks. They're clearing. Our long-term goal, as we mentioned in the first episode, we want to kind of clear this whole area here to make room for buildings eventually. Short-term goal, I'd like to, before day 3, have a little sort of barn set up here. What did we unlock? We unlocked tree planting, which is interesting. You don't need any seeds to plant trees. I don't know if they plan on changing that long-term or what, but so I had queued up in the last episode, I had queued up a bunch of gather stone. What we're going to do, just to speed things up, we're going to do the clear all task here. So clear all will do everything on a panel. So if there's a tree and rocks and grass, it will do all 3 of those things. And then look at that. This is what I was mentioned it in the first episode. This is kind of, it's a tech race the first couple of seasons. You're trying to unlock stuff as quickly as possible so you're ready for the first winter. We just unlocked meat rack, which we're going to build that right away. Actually, I've been holding off on a lot of these other storage things, but we're going to build a meat rack because we want our meat and, well, our dried meat off the floor at the very least. And the cool thing about workstations and storage things in this game is once you build them, I'm going to show you right here, you can store it for moving. So you can break it down. You don't lose any resources. If you placed it someplace and you later decide that you don't like that placement or it's more efficient to move it someplace else, you can just box it up, and all it takes is the time to disassemble it and then reassemble it. You don't actually lose any resources, so I think that's pretty nifty. What did we unlock? We unlocked oak grain. We don't need that right now. We unlocked sackcloth. We're gonna queue up 10 sackcloth. So sort of the workflow is you harvest straw, then they make twine out of straw at the braiding spot, and eventually the loom, I think. And then they turn the twine into sackcloth, and then it kind of goes on and on and on. Things keep progressing further and further down. So yeah, what else did we unlock? We unlocked hunting and survival. We unlocked a snare because we built a snare kit. Do we have a rabbit hole anywhere? I'm not seeing any rabbit holes. What is that? That's one of our chickens. There's our poop holes. There's some rabbits. Oh, there's a rabbit hole. It's across the river, though. It's kind of a pain, but we'll set up a snare there. Maybe we'll catch a rabbit or something, and then we can slaughter it. Oh, you know what? No. There's one right there. So we can make another snare kit. It's not prohibitively expensive resource-wise to make. We'll make one. We'll put one down by this rabbit hole, although I don't see any rabbits by this rabbit hole, which is disconcerting. Alright, so now it's a waiting game right now. We're waiting for someone to build a bow that will unlock something or other. Catherine is probably down mining because that's what we set her priorities at in the last episode over here. Yep, she sure is. Alright, so we've discovered more gold ore things here. So we're just going to task her to do that because she is the best miner we have, and the gold in this game is very valuable. We haven't unlocked the means to smelt it into ingots, which is really what makes it tradable. But we should get there before too long. So we just unlocked basketry. So we're gonna make a basket weaver's workstation. We're gonna put it right there. We unlocked stone roof, which we won't be using anytime soon. Like I said in the first episode, we want to constantly be making twine. So I set an auto supply of 20. That's probably not enough, to be honest. Long term, we're going to want to up that. But for now, that should be okay. We've got about 30 tasks going, which is good. No, you don't want anybody, especially in the first couple seasons of this game, you want everybody working their butts off. Later on, when you start to have sort of a money inflow, we can hunt wild animals now, cool, but that doesn't unlock anything. We could hunt those rabbits if we want, but it's not a pressing priority. We're just gonna have Catherine keep mining as much gold as we can get out of this mountain. Because as I said, in a little while, that's going to be very, very useful. Probably, hopefully before the end of this season, we'll have a good use for that. Alright, this is against my better judgment, but I am going to clear this one berry bush. 1, 2, 3 berry bushes, I think. Because as we mentioned earlier, we want this little area down here to be clear so we can build our barn. Our barn is going to, at least for the first winter, unless we get really lucky and ambitious, it's going to house our 4 Clanfolk and any workers we hire, and all our animals in the winter, so nobody freezes to death. Although I don't know if you can technically freeze to death in this game. I know you can starve to death. You can probably, I would imagine you can freeze to death. I haven't witnessed it. Typically because I have a tendency to quit immediately if something starts going wrong in a game. But we won't do that in this. That's my personal preference, not the channel preference. So she's just mining away. We've got a lot of gold ore. The good thing, I imagine eventually they'll add raiders and bandits to this game, but as of now, so it's kind of, you hear people talking about immersion. It's a little bit immersion breaking in that you don't really have to worry about anyone stealing your stuff. For now, I don't know if there are plans down the road to add bandits or raiders or weapons or anything like that, but as of now, as far as I know, there is nothing like that in game. There are, even there's wolves in the game, which originally I was afraid might be able to like nab your children, but they won't hurt people. They will only go after livestock, and your deer hounds will kill wolves. They'll also kill other animals. They'll kill deer and rabbits and then bring them back so you can slaughter them. So I am going to go ahead and rename our 2 dogs just so I can keep track of them better. I'm going to name them. I'm going to name male dog Max after a dog I used to have, and I'm going to name the female dogs Santa after a dog I used to have. Just so I can keep track of them once they start having offspring, so I know who to sell and who not to sell. I'm gonna rename the Boarcraster, like from Game of Thrones, because he will eventually be mating with his daughters. So yeah, if you've read or watched Game of Thrones, that's what Craster does. He's basically an old perv. All right, so this is good. Our sow is pregnant, so hopefully before winter we'll have. I forget. I don't know how long. It shows you right here. It's 1 second, and the total is 16,200 seconds for the pregnancy to tick away. But I do not know offhand how much that is. Also, Senta is pregnant, so we'll have a litter of puppies and a litter of piglets in the near future. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully before winter. Alright, so Samuel and Patrick are both sleeping. That's okay. It's well into day 2. Like I said, in episode 1, we put them on overwork to try and squeeze as much work out of them as we can. Long term, that's not going to be ideal, but we can do that for the first 2 seasons just to get us ready for winter. And then, assuming everything goes according to plan, we should be in good shape for winter, and everyone can kind of relax. All right. So yeah, we just unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. Great. We unlocked straw roof, straw wall, straw door. We unlocked wall torch, which we won't be using immediately. Let's just check on the ideas. I'd like to make. Scroll down in episode 1. I'd like to make log walls, I think, because log walls. Log wall. There we go. We need to harvest 6 more logs to unlock log wall. Flammability is medium as opposed to flammability high for straw wall, and quite frankly, they're just easier to make. And they give you a boost to environment, which is good. Always want to be, well, in practice, it doesn't seem to, it affects the mood of your people, but which if they do get grumpy enough, they will leave, so that it's a fair thing to keep in mind. Where is everybody? I know Catherine's still mining gold. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she quite literally is a gold digger. She is digging all this gold, and that's going to put us in very good stead later. Let's see, where are we now? We want to clear all this, and then we'll start building our barn. Ideally, what I'd really like to do, I'm going to break down both of these workstations. Then what we're going to do, our barn is just going to go right around all this, I think. I'm going to clear all here. Clear all here. Might take a minute. We need twine. We're gonna set up a job to harvest some more of these reeds so that we get more straw. And those reeds we replanted these reeds. Oh look, Sam is taking a poop. That's moderately funny. We look here. He's got a debuff called Public Poop Shame. I know someone saw me poop. Negative 1,000 max mood. So that's, I said in the first episode, I mentioned that we essentially need to build little outhouses for these guys. So we'll do that before too long. Alright, more stockpiles. We don't need stockpiles. Stockpiles are for the weak. So we unlocked log bridge, which we won't use immediately, and we unlocked log wall. So we're gonna clear. Once we get all this clear, we're gonna start building our barn. And I had said earlier that I'd like to get that done before day 3. The reason being, and honestly, I should probably, I am kind of putting the job before the horse here. The cart before the horse here. Where is? I don't want to cancel job. I want to pause the job. Select. So you can double click on any job and it'll select every. So we want to stop these because while this gold is going to be very useful to us in the somewhat near future, immediately we want to get this cleared and we want to build our little barn. Why is the barn important? So the game is hard-coded unless something's changed somewhat recently. The game is hard-coded that it will not rain in the first 3 days, I believe. Or in the first 2 days. Maybe it's day 3 is the first day that rain can happen. Rain is a pain in the butt. It makes your colonists or pawns or clanfolk, whatever we want to call them, it makes them grumpy. It stops a lot of our workstations from actually producing most of these. It doesn't say it. It doesn't say it on here. It's funny. It will show you when you're building it. That's another nitpicky thing I have with this game, and I should probably go to the forums and request they make an icon. So what I'll say down here is this flammability. They should have a basketry. They should have a little bar here that says rain stops. If you go here, weaving and tailoring, it says rain stops at the bottom there. On our weavery. But if you click on the weavery itself, it doesn't really say that. It if it starts raining, there'll be a little X or a no smoking icon on it, basically. But the point is, sorry for the rambling diatribe. The point is that we want our workstations under a roof and not out in the rain. We want our people not out in the rain. We want our animals not out in the rain, especially when they're sleeping. Because like we just said, a lot of our workstations will stop working if we're in rain. We're gonna reopen our thresher down here. And we're gonna reopen our work zone. Although this is gonna be obsolete very shortly. Basket. We made a basket tray and we unlocked basket. So we're gonna set him up to build a basket. And we need more straw. So we have straw set up to harvest, but it doesn't look like Catherine's gonna poop now. It really amazes me that they actually can poop in this game. Reminds me, there is no bathroom system in Dwarf Fortress, but there is a Dwarf Fortress clone. I haven't played it in years, but it was an isometric view. It was called Gnomoria. It was basically a Dwarf Fortress clone. And I remember in the forums, I was involved, or maybe it was Reddit, I was involved in a discussion that they should add bathrooms like they have in Prison Architect, and that if you didn't have your bathroom set up properly, so the thing in Gnomoria, the thing to know is that if you leave any items unstockpiled for too long, they can turn into golems of that item. So, or golems, I guess, not golem. Golems, my precious. Golems are made of clay. Automatons. But the thread in the forum was that if your bathrooms aren't set up properly, you would get poop golems that would start killing your gnomes. So hopefully, long and short of that is hopefully they never add bathrooms to Dwarf Fortress, because I don't need a procedurally generated poop demon killing all my dwarves. Where are we? We're at sunset. Got a lot to go here. Alright. We shouldn't have even rebuilt that. So we just unlocked Simple Workbench, Simple Workbench is basically a better version of the work zone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down, so there's two options here. You can break down a object, or you can store it for moving. Breaking it down will refund the resources that you use to build it, which is what we want, because this work zone is, quite frankly, junk. It has a 50% work speed, whereas our Simple Workbench has a 75% work speed. There is another workstation that you unlock later on that I believe has 100% work speed, but that is a problem for much later in the game. Oh, they're probably both going to poop. Unfortunate. They're both tired. The parents will keep working, so that's good. Matthew and Catherine are just working it up, clearing all this area as we said, so we can build our barn. I would like it. Thank you, Catherine. If someone would deconstruct that, so we're gonna build our simple workbench. And we're gonna build it right there, I think. We need a basket. I think we need 2 baskets. Yes, we have one, we need 2. So we're gonna queue up another basket over here. We need a lot of stuff. Actually, we need hay, we need straw and twine. So we need essentially double the double the straw to make more twine. And yeah, overall I feel like we're in a good place right now. We're gonna keep monitoring this. We're gonna get to the end of this day and then wrap up this episode. We're a little behind where I'd like this colony to be, but that's okay. We've still got a lot of time. As I mentioned earlier, I kind of went overboard on the gold mining. That probably could have waited till later. I just, quite frankly, got excited that it was there. So, and there's these little, just little things that they put in games that make me smile. Like these fireflies here, they don't contribute anything to the game from a gameplay standpoint, but it's nice. It's night 2 of summer. There's fireflies flying around the fields. It's cute. I like it. We unlocked flaxseed, which again is something that will come in handy much later down the road. Where is my man Matthew? He is weaving a basket. So as you can see over here, this workstation, it's red. It's got a red basket. That's what it needs to be completed. This workstation up here has a red straw icon in that it can't continue on its task until it gets straw. So it's pretty intuitive how they have the game set up. As I said in the first episode, I like this game a lot. To be fair, I probably haven't given Rimworld the fair shake it deserves. I personally feel like I don't like the random storyteller aspect. Like, I feel like Rimworld just throws stuff at you to throw stuff at you. It doesn't feel as natural to me. I know Dwarf Fortress also, the default thing in Dwarf Fortress is it throws a werebeast at you when you have, I don't know, your first couple of seasons, and I usually disable it because I'd rather, one, I'm not good against defending against it, and 2, I'd rather have like things develop more naturally than be hard-coded. But whatever that says. Alright, so finally Matthew is sleeping. He's worked 2 days straight, so he deserves it. Catherine is a beast. She's just cutting grass, and now she's going to sleep too. So everybody's going to sleep. I think we're going to end right here for this episode. We're going to pause here, and then, because day 3 should be starting shortly, And not caps lock, spacebar. And that'll be it for this episode. Have a lovely one. Thanks for watching.